Hi, TJ Lynch for Roatan.com. Today we're going to talk about residency and working legally here in Roatan if you decide to move down. We're going to meet with local attorney expert Cesar Gonzalez and get the whole scoop on exactly what the immigration and residency laws are for Honduras. Cesar, thank you for taking the time to meet with me today.
You're welcome, TJ. It's always a pleasure.
Cesar, people that want to move down to Roatan that maybe want to work or retire or whatever, will look at getting residency down here. Can you tell me about the types of residency available for people?
Yes, TJ. There's a few types of residency available. I'm going to start telling you that there's a residency for people that are having a blood link with Hondurans or have a spouse that is a Honduran. After that, we have residencies that have to do with income that is coming from a business or that is coming from a pension. We also have investors' residencies, and we have residencies for people that have stayed for an amount of time legal in Honduras. After that, we have special permanency permits, which are the kind of residencies that give you a chance to stay in the country without while a person is not eligible for the residencies that I said beforehand. Special permanency permits are basically what you would consider a work permit, and what they do is they let you work under a corporation, an existing operating corporation, authorized by the central government and by the city halls, can let you be a resident. If a person or a couple wants to come down and work in Honduras, the most important thing is, first of all, if there is already the job opportunity. Means if there's an existing Honduran corporation that is giving you an opportunity to work. If that is the case, then by this contract by which you're going to work with or under is going to be the umbrella for you to be able to work. The corporation which hires you is going to have to provide some information, corporate information, and you as a foreigner will have to bring with you your police record from your country of birth, and you will require that this police record be authenticated or apostilled.
What if someone was to come down and set up their own business, like set up a dive shop or something to do with tourism or something?
Okay, that's the next step. If then you want to come here and be an investor, at a small level you can incorporate. Honduran law permits foreigners to incorporate and set up an operating business, which will have to be authorized by the municipality, in this case the municipality of Roatan. So setting up a corporation, making it operational via the license of a municipality will be your corporate steps to becoming a resident in Honduras under that corporation. You will also have to comply with your personal requirements, which are the police record that I mentioned, which applies to all of the kinds of residencies, and passport copies, photographs, a medical record that you can get done down here.
And what's that called, that type of residency?
That is a special permanency permit because of being a foreign executive in a Honduran corporation.
So by coming down, setting up a corporation, and then you work for that corporation, is that correct?
You're employed by the corporation, or you can also be one of the owners of the corporation. It's a timely process that is subdivided in different areas, which is first the incorporating, then is the getting registered with the tax ID department, then comes to the city hall where we have to get a projection of your business and your business plan excuse me, presented to them so that they can authorize you to work in the municipality of Roatan. If you got all that set up and you have your police record here, then it's just a matter of following up with the procedure, having some people in the mainland being constantly following up with the files. The entire process for that takes about 8 months.
Cesar, if someone just comes down and moves down and wants to go and work, say, as a bartender in a restaurant, can they do that?
No, there is no contemplation of that. If somebody just moves down here, they will most likely come in as a tourist. They will be given 90 days to be a tourist in Honduras, and after that they will have to leave the country, unless they have started a procedure of any of the kind of residencies that I've mentioned.
Can they leave the country for a certain amount of time, come back again?
They can leave the country and come back, but also as tourists and without being able to work. Next type of residency is the pensionado, which is basically the retiree residence. The main requirement for this is that the principal of this residency have a $1,500 permanent and monthly income from an institution that gives them a pension.
Outside the country.
Outside of the country, that's correct. The spouse of this principal can be able to get the residency just by claiming the economical dependency of the principal.
As a pensionado or retiree status, are they eligible to work here in Honduras?
No, there is a limitation in terms of work. The only work that a pensionado can do is academic or volunteer work.
Cesar, if somebody just wanted to come down and work, say, for 6 months temporarily on a job or something like that, can they get a work permit just for that?
They can, but it has to be approved by the government, and it is timely, and it also is expensive to be able to do that, because for example, you come and work for one of the resorts, okay, and you only have a job for 6 months. You have to come here and get a letter from the resort. The resort has to provide all the accounting and all the permits that they have for us to be able to file your complete documents. By the time your 6 months are up, we have probably not even been close to finishing up the procedure. Yeah. Tourists usually come down, they engage in some kind of work-related activity that is on a minimum time schedule.
Without the permit?
Without the permit.
Even though it's illegal?
Even though it's illegal, and immigration comes and does regular checkups, if they find you, you have to pay a fine, and you'll probably be obliged to leave the country within 72 hours. The Honduran government is very keen to having tourism and to opening up their doors for foreigners living in our country. But there is a due procedure that has to be followed. Doors are open again for foreigners who want to invest, who have family members that are Honduran, but there is an adequate procedure that has to be followed. Our office handles a lot of the immigration issues on the island. We've seen from the investors that have the biggest projects to the dive shops who need to get their DMTs some legal status. So we do provide the service to all that. We advise according to the specific situation of the client, and our fees go anywhere between $1,500 to $3,000 depending on your specific situation.
Cesar, what advice would you give to somebody that's looking at possibly relocating to Roatan and seeking residency?
It's very important that they contact us before they come down, because there's paperwork that needs to get done back home, and if you come back without it, you're going to probably have to go back.
Cesar, thank you so much for your time and taking this time to talk with me and buyroatan.com. It's been a pleasure.
You're so welcome, TJ. It's a pleasure. You know, we're here for you, for your clients. Our doors are open. Welcome.
So that's it. We've heard from Cesar the legal process to get residency and move here legally to Honduras. Come on down. Roatan's open for business. We've got great professionals to guide you through, and we're here for you. I'm TJ Lynch with Cesar Gonzalez for buyroatan.com.